blunts.
So what do you think about the Mandela effect? Because I have my own certain thing.
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and break the ice then, because I think the Mandela effect is just like your brain being like nonchalantly ignoring details that it doesn't need. You don't really need fine details out of things.
Like Bernstein and Bernstein.
Like shit like that. Like
Don't remember.
It just doesn't. Yeah. So it just doesn't matter because you know who the fuck the Bears are.
At the end of the day,
who cares how it was spelled? Who knew how to spell that when they were a child?
It was me, and the way you swayed me was the fruit of the loom, right? I remember the cornucopia. I remember it being like right behind there was a knockoff brand that had that same logo.
Yeah.
So your brain's lazy. Don't forget, we're talking about 20 years ago, right?
And don't forget, people make fake shit of other shit all the time. Just so they could profit off of it.
So, you
got Adidas, then you got Adidas.
Yeah, but
you know what I'm saying?
In the grand scheme of things,
and it's 2 stripes going the other way slanted.
Or 4, and you just got to white out the other
one. You know
one.
what I'm saying?
Okay, but in the grand scheme of things, right, we talked about it too. There are dozens of Mandela effects, right? Yeah. How do you credit all of them or discredit all of them for that matter?
This is where I'm starting to think. It's crazy because nobody really started talking about Mandela effects until early 2010s, right?
I want to say it was when the first particle accelerator. I don't think it's a particle accelerator. Particle collider, right?
Yeah.
This happened in 2008, and this is when supposedly, if you're going to believe that,
the first successful particle collider was in 2012.
So that's where
that is when most of the Mandela effect started like being recognized, coming to like full fruition. They restarted that back in, I want to say, like June of this year.
Yep.
And there's new Mandela effects leaking through.
Exactly.
Like there's new shit that people have not been noticing. Or like the hypnotic. Hypnotic had a Y before.
Yep. So
hypnotic always had a Y.
I am on that.
Does not have a Y. Never had a Y.
I just learned
Incredible hoax with that.
Where the origin of the Mandela effect came from.
But is it the way Nelson Mandela? Oh, it's when Nelson Mandela died, right?
No. It was this woman who was a blogger. 2010, she went through like I think it was like a museum or something, or some show or exhibition or some type of shit like that. But she remembered seeing Nelson Mandela in the showcase, and she had remembered that he had died like years ago. So when she came to the realization and the knowledge that Nelson Mandela was alive, I guess she just coined the term like Mandela effect on her blog. Yeah.
Which is crazy.
But then I guess the occurrence of that happening to other people
was what
steamrolls that into.
Which is crazy because you got to think the first successful was in 2012. That means they started building that probably in the early 2000s, which means they probably had pre-trial ones that did not go as well, which may have started to leak into the actual reality. But I believe 100%. Like you said, string theory, there's millions of different realities that are possible because there's millions of different decisions that billions of different people make every single day. So every outcome leads to a different universe. So like we're ever growing. That's why space is ever growing. It's because the consciousness is ever growing. Mm-hmm. But that leaking into here because those particle colliders is pretty much creating a small black hole. So it's allowing shit to leak through and change.
That consciousness piece.
Elaborate.
Yeah.
Because we are the only animals this conscious that we know of.
That we know of.
True.
Yeah, no, but that's why I said that.
Yeah, but in a planet full of thousands of species.
I told you about Evie. We found caves right now where we've just found species of animals that we've never even known about. That are like thousands of feet below the ground that we can't even begin to start exploring. Like they've been there for like 6 years.
We're talking about the intelligence of a conscious versus just being an animal, though.
See, this is the thing. We don't know. Like I've told you before, we do know. We have underground people.
We do know.
There are reptilians. Reptilians are real.
There's not enough proof for that for you to convince me at all.
I can't right now, but like, there's a lot of shit that you can look into.
Okay.
Like even on those clusterfuck webs that I've showed you, there's a lot of things that do a reptilian. A reptilian is pretty much alien.
Like yeah, but you're talking about things that we discover that are like just normal ass animals.
How many things have
they kill things when they discover it?
I told you about EB, right?
I
told you about EB, right?
What is EB?
No,
is it
he's
EB?
the alien that we got at Roswell in 1958 that we kept for 3 years. Went and talked for the first year and a half.
I've seen videos of this.
And then like the last year he finally started talking.
But how credible?
That's how we got that intergalactic space treaty, is because of EB.
I don't think we would sign an intergalactic. I don't think they would sign it with us.
EBE. Extraterrestrial, and it's an extraterrestrial being entity. Not all aliens are identified as EB. EB is one of one. That was the alien that we caught in Roswell, New Mexico. I just want to see the video of him.
I don't know if there's any videos of him. He's like sitting at a table and they're talking to him. This is like old 50s footage, so it's gray and brown.
It might be, and I don't know if there's actually any real video of it.
Yeah,
but there's a lot of people that worked in Roswell and worked in Area 51 that came out and were off of their gag orders. That definitely came out and expressed a lot of conversations they had with EB.
What the fuck?
There's been a lot of interactions that people get called for nut jobs. You got to do your research.
I'm just talking about
the government
of a human compared to anything else that we've, right?
Oh, what separates us?
What separates us, or what do you think that is leading to? Because you just said the consciousness is ever growing, and the universe is ever growing. So I want to ask you why is the conscious ever?
Do you remember when so you looked at the Google Notes, right? Did you look at the conspiracy corner?
No, I didn't get to see the conspiracy corner.
So it's the new awakening. It's the solar flash, the great solar flash. Mm-hmm. It's supposed to be happening already, where we pass through this, it's some kind of wave of energy to where we ascend into 5D. We're not going to be 3D Earth anymore. It's 5D. It's the awakening. It's where your third eye starts coming, where spirituality starts coming through, where
that don't make no fucking sense. Where the fuck is 5D? Where the fuck? Why did we skip 4?
There's 9 Ds of.
And who the fuck decided there was 9 Ds?
Yeah. This is the essential being of. This is what I've been telling you. I've been doing research with Dolores Canyon.
I'm so confused. Who the fuck decided that?
I mean, this is where people that are Buddhists and all this kind of shit would do nothing.
No, but why did we go from 3 to 5? I'm a man of mathematics sometimes. Why did we make that jump? We missed the number.
3D
that seems pretty crucial.
Let me see.
Yeah, in the existence of a being, of a human or a spiritual life.
But if 4D is essential to living at 5D.
I got you.
Imagine if you were packed with fucking, 42 chromosomes? That you had, you skipped 41, 42, 44.
Down syndrome. I don't know if Down syndrome is the extra or lack, so.
Man, see, this is one of my TikToks usually.
I don't remember, unfortunately.
2 extra would be crazy.
What if it's instead of...
But if you had 2 extra ones...
Talking about this how you get superpowers? It's just you need 2 extra chromosomes?
No, but what would that really do? Because if one is the imbalance that can cause a disability, what is the extra gain of 2 of them?
You're dead. You're just born dead. That's it.
You're a zombie. You just...
Okay.
Born dead, nigga. How you...
So the 4th density is existence, 3rd density existence. So 4th density is pretty much when you're waking up. 5th density is pretty much when you accept and you get your super being abilities, where you're actually able to do it, the beings of consciousness. It's pretty much just how awoke you are. How people say they're woke.
What do they base that consciousness off?
Pretty much spirituality, guys. People have gone astral projection. People have gone to the other side. People have gone to heaven. People have visited the Temple of Healing. People have gone to these places because they allow us to go to these places. It's like working in a government building where you have restriction to certain buildings.
Yeah.
You have that.
You got
that you're not going to be able to go to because you're still a living being. But the more you meditate and the more you connect with your spirituality and your energy, that's when you start getting that higher dimension of
I'm a spiritual
consciousness.
Man. But
100%, but
I don't see how you skip from 3 to 5 still. I'm still.
It's because of the growth of the flash. That's just literally a lot of people are in 4D right now. A lot of people are in 3D because our world right now is in 3D.
We're not talking physical at all.
No, not at all. No, we're talking about spiritual. This is just dimensions of consciousness. So there's 9 dimensions.
No, but what do they explain a consciousness to be to them?
What is the definition? Okay, what is the definition of consciousness?
Well, we're the highest pinnacle of that we know of. So it's I
don't think that we're the highest that we know of.
Oh
no, without a doubt, we're the masses.
The masses.
Okay, so 5th density existence, egoless, service to others, actions based on love, unconditional love, ongoing gratitude, self-realized, fearless, no limits, less dense body, unity-minded, recognize self as part of a whole, manifestation easy, goes with the flow, duality and linear time dissolves, only time is now, no need for possessions or status. Fourth density is transitional from the egocistic, fear-based reality to love. So, like, a lot of people right now are in 3D. A lot of people are transforming from that hate-mongering, like, terrible people type shit
empire
into that
of Mongols.
love. Yeah, an empire of Mongols like Attila.
Mongolian barbecue?
Those
like your Genghis
Mongolians. Yeah.
All right, I looked up the definition of consciousness just so we can use this as a reference point.
Okay.
The state of being awake and aware of one's surroundings. The awareness or perception of something by a person. So that being said, that would just be the ability to look around you and register what it is, what you are, the grand scheme of things.
Yeah.
So,
well, basically, what life is.
What if?
Because, for example, let's put it into a animal state. An ant just knows a couple of things based off what it's born to be like. You know what I'm saying? Soldier ant, worker ant, scout ant, queen ant. Shit like that. So only knows a certain aspect of life versus the whole grand scheme. But if it's to that thing's perspective, that could be just what life is to an ant. But we see things on such a macro level that we get to envelop in more of that. So I guess that would be like more of what a conscious is versus having a sole purpose.
See, like
in your
just
lifespan.
existing. Like I know right now nothing that I do on this like planet, like it matters, but it really doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Because me as an energy, this is just me having my human experience.
Actually,
a worker ant only knows.
Like, I'm sure that it does.
I think humans on a personal level might be one of the only animals that doesn't have just a normal role in nature.
Just instilled in birth, like you were born knowing, hey, I'm gonna be a so and so.
I'm a chimp, like I'm swinging in trees, eating vegetation.
That's what kind of scares me. Like, do you think animals really have a consciousness?
No, because I think what separates.
How do they do? I mean, never mind, because you can AI train something to do
and sign language. Also, nature versus nurture. You know, nature has instilled in them. It should be empty. Nature is instilled in them. Hey, I've got to wake up. I've got to go eat. I've got to make sure my young eat. You know, so
that shot is wild. Pause.
So what if
right there
retrospect, hindsight, full circle,
crazy,
full circle. What separates us, like consciousness wise, is the ability to be sympathetic or empathetic, you know, to be the ability to put ourselves in their shoe and see it from their point of view. Because then that's also a grand concept.
It's a grasp because we understand what animals are versus they don't really understand what we are.
Or what another animal's going through. Like, oh, I'm going to eat this thing. It's suffering.
Hippos and rhinos are so motherfucking crazy because they're legally blind. They don't see anything, so they're just angry all the time. They don't go
in my area
24/7.
True.
Yeah,
you saw me here. You want to come over here? Fuck you.
Because you stepped here, you think you got enough balls to fuck with me, and guess what? I'm ready for it. Charge.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying?
I might be a half a ton, but watch me get 30 miles an hour. Come on.
Watch me hit this 4.
Yeah.
Watch
me register this 4.